welcome back to After War. My name is Bogz, and today I'm going to be reacting to part 1 of the season 6 trailer of Cobra Kai. It is coming out in July. 3 parts to the season, 5 episodes out in July, 5 episodes out in September, and 5 in December. It's the final season of Cobra Kai. I still can't get over season 5. I absolutely loved it. It was my favorite season so far. Can't wait to see what's next. Where's the story going? How's it going to end? I've got some thoughts and theories, but I'll let you know straight after this reaction.
We've been through a lot to get to this point.
Oh, yes.
But now we're finally on the same page.
We may have settled things in the valley.
Oh,
now we have to be ready for whatever the world throws at us.
Oh, here we go. Go on.
The Saikai turn is coming. Now's not the time to push out.
Hey,
we're gonna fight the best in the world.
Do I want to know what that's for?
Training, Rocky IV style. Gonna chop down a tree carried through the snow.
Now what could possibly go wrong?
Oh,
no matter what life throws at you, you gotta stay on your feet.
How much strength as we teach both styles equally? Don't jeopardize that balance, man.
Continuing on from the Eagle Fang.
Run shit by you.
Benny's there as well.
Since we have no idea what we're up against.
Only through pain does a champion reveal himself.
Yes, Sensei!
Oh,
it's one thing to be the best in town, it's another to be the best in the world.
Yeah. Just means I'm gonna have to be Robbie again.
I thought you were Miyagi-Do now.
You think things are better because now I'm training in your dad's backyard?
I think we have our strongest team.
I think they can handle anything.
Bitch, don't you know I know karate? What's that?
Miyagi-san buried secrets for a reason. If we open, anything is possible.
18. That is the part 1 trailer of Cobra Kai season 6. And to be honest, it is a bit of a teaser trailer. And I will say, I've never ever been sold on the trailers for Cobra Kai. And I think that's what actually put me off watching the show in the first place. I believe I started in season 3, and then I've watched it from there because I did see the trailers and they just didn't win me over. I didn't know how good the show would be, how funny it'd be, how charming it would be, respecting the law and things like that, and all the characters. So this one, I do have so many questions. Like, for me, the way season 5 handled the show was it put the legacy characters front and center in this story. Danny, Johnny, Kreese, Terry Silver, particularly them two. What's happening there? Obviously, we saw Kreese get locked up, but what's happening with him? How's he going to come back and kind of scheme his way back into things? What's happening with Terry Silver as well? But he got beat fair and square by Danny in front of the whole of Cobra Kai, who are now obviously joined up with Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. So what's happening with him? How's he going to come back? And yeah, how exactly is Kreese getting out of prison? Is he going to break out of prison because he managed to trick the doctors in there when he was getting surgery or something? So that was actually laugh out loud funny. But yeah, lots of questions. I think some big things are going to happen this season. Obviously, it's coming in 5 episodes. I think they're going to do some really, really magic things. Like, for example, I'm pretty adamant they're going to do a flashback scene at some point with Miyagi and LaRusso. I just believe that they want to do that. I think they've hinted at it before as well, especially with the kind of flashback daydream sequence with Kreese getting his psychology treatment or whatever, therapy, seeing the younger, de-aged Johnny Lawrence, which blew my mind when it happened. I thought it was fantastic CG in the moment in particular, but I think they're going to do something similar with Danny and Miyagi. I think they want to do their own scene with them because we got a lot of off-screen advice information from Mr. Miyagi for Danny. I think it's season 3 in Okinawa, and just lessons, you know, we've learned off screen that Danny learned from him, obviously from Chosen as well in Okinawa. So they were cool stuff. I actually think that some of these characters may actually die as well in the show. I think they may kill some people off to end the story, because I do think these characters and these actors do want to move on, because there'll always be a potential comeback being enabled, or that's just the way Hollywood is at the minute. People call it creatively bankrupt. Keep doing reboots and remakes, and I'll always do the Karate Kid, especially with Cobra Kai being such a big hit on Netflix. They will keep regurgitating these characters, and then the newer characters as well, they'll bring them up, you know, 10 years down the line. So I think they need to end some of these storylines, and I think one of them might be Danny or Johnny. Not so much Danny, because, you know, he's close with his family. He is the Karate Kid at the end of the day. He's the main hero of this story. But Johnny, I can see being killed off or dying, so being killed by maybe Kreese or something like that, or sacrificing himself somehow, some way for Miguel and his girlfriend, which is Miguel's mother, and their new kid, which is Jew as well, because he's got to deal with all that. But that is the standard master and apprentice thing. Could very well be him as well. Obviously, Kreese and Terry Silver, you know, they have dealt with death in the show as well. You know, they killed off a few characters in Vietnam. Kreese's and Terry Silver's sensei, or their kind of Vietnam colleague that got killed as well. Johnny's friend that got killed, I think in season 2, or died, sorry, or cancer, he didn't get killed. So they have dealt with death, is how they're going to do it. And in the way, it'll be closing the show in their own terms, which they're doing anyway in season 6 in 15 episodes, 5 episodes every 3 months or so, and it will be talked about for the remainder of the year, and so on. So it's a good way to end, and I'm happy the show is ending in this way, because I also think that the kid actors have been doing this show for a long time now. You know, they're all in their kind of mid to late 20s, playing, I don't know, 19-year-olds. I think only Miguel is the only one anywhere near that age. And we've seen him obviously starring a blockbuster movie in Blue Beetle, which obviously did horrendously bad at the box office, but none of the others have managed to star in a major production or lead a major production. I've seen them in you know, streaming stuff and indie movies, or I've seen them in trailers, etc. So none of them have really gone on to do other things, because they are very tied down with, you know, the #1 show in the world when it comes out. So they've got a big epic story to tell, especially with this worldwide karate tournament. It doesn't seem like we're going there in the first 5 seasons. We're just catching up with everyone. Obviously, they've got new dojos now. Who are the other side going to bring? Let's call them the dark side. That is obviously Kreese, and what's happening with Terry Silver as well, and learning these new things from Mr. Miyagi. You know, a buried chest with new moves in, and new theories and stories. And who else are they going to bring back? I am pretty confident they will bring back Hilary Swank from the next Karate Kid. Obviously, she is a 2-time Oscar winner. She has done some Netflix projects now as well. So I do think that she will be in the series. Maybe was that because I know she recently had a kid, so maybe she's going to be in the later episodes of the season in December potentially, because that's when she's free to film. I also really want them to bring back the villain in the next Karate Kid, which was her movie, where obviously Miyagi was her sensei, but the villain was someone called Ned, and he didn't have Cobra Kai, but they had something similar. And his name is Michael Cavalieri. I thought he was fantastic in the movie. I actually interviewed him on another channel. I'll put the link in the description below. It was a fun hour I had with Michael, and he didn't give me any hints, but he wants a piece of the action. He definitely said that if they are in touch, he'd be interested, and I really hope he's in that, because I thought he was so good in that movie. He was so refreshing. I actually think they might bring back some characters from the remake as well. Jada Smith, because, you know, Will Smith is a producer. Potentially Jackie Chan as like some kind of, maybe, I don't know, God knows who, because their movies are canon. Obviously, you have Karate Kid 1 to 3, the next Karate Kid starring Hilary Swank, and the Karate Kid remake starring Hayden Smith. So I believe they may bring all them characters back in some form. So all of that would be exciting. I'm so glad Mike Barnes is back. I mean, there were some of my favorite moments of the show. All the villains teaming up, meaning obviously Johnny Lawrence chosen, Mike Barnes teaming up with Danny LaRusso to take on Terry Silver and John Kreese, and then the kids all fighting each other. I thought it was absolutely unbelievable. Definitely some of the most fun I've had in the last few years watching television, especially because, you know, I love all their movies. So anyway, what do you guys think of this trailer? It is a teaser trailer. It doesn't give too much away from the story. That, yes, everyone's all linked up, and they're going to get ready for this international, I think it's like an MMA tournament. So it's not just karate, it's also other mixed martial arts. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts and theories going into the final season of Cobra Kai, one of the best shows on television right now. Let us know in the comments below. Please don't forget to like the video, let's comment, and of course, most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're very close to 300 subs. So thank you all for watching. We'll catch you guys on the next video.